Hey guys, I'm Nisa Homey. Today I'm sharing a super crispy little millet dosa recipe made without rice or poha. This crispy and crunchy chama rice dosa can be included in your weight loss diet and can also be enjoyed by those with PCOS, thyroid, diabetes, or by those who simply wants to eat healthy and include millets in their lifestyle. So let's get started with the recipe. To make crispy chama rice dosa, so what I have done is I have already soaked 2 cups of little millet in water for around 6 to 7 hours, and I washed and rinsed the little millet thoroughly after soaking. Now the reason why you need to soak millets for about 6 to 7 hours is that grains like millets contains phytates, which are nutrient inhibitors and may cause digestive issues like bloating, gas or indigestion, and also may prevent nutrient absorption. So it's always ideal to soak millets a little longer than you would normally soak rice so that the phytates are released. And I soaked this for 6 to 7 hours. And for 2 cups of little millet, I have soaked half cup of urad dal along with 2 teaspoons of methi seeds. Now this has been soaking along with the little millet, and what I've done is after soaking I washed and rinsed it thoroughly. Little millet is a highly nutritious millet and it is completely gluten free. Add the soaked and rinsed urad dal and little millet into the blender jar. Next I'm adding in the soaked and rinsed little millet. Into this I'm adding in 1.5 cups water, pink Himalayan salt as needed, and I'm going to blend this until it becomes a dosa batter consistency. Pour the blended dosa batter into a bowl or a container. And with my hand, I'm mixing and squishing and squeezing the batter. Now this step is very important as this will help in easy fermentation. I'm not using any cooked rice or poha in this dosa batter. So you need to make sure that you're doing this to help with the fermentation process. You do this process for at least 15 to 20 times. And now I'm going to cover it with a lid and allow it to ferment overnight or for about 8 to 10 hours. Remember that fermentation depends upon the place you live in. If you are living in a cold place, you may need longer time to ferment. Also note that do not use a tight lid. You need little aeration for the wild yeast to help with the fermentation process. So I'm going to allow it to ferment overnight. And the next day morning, the batter is nicely fermented. You can see how airy the batter is. See the bubbles on the batter? This shows that the fermentation has taken place really well. The best thing about this dosa batter is that you can store it in the refrigerator and it will stay good just like normal rice dosa batter. To make high protein coconut chutney, into my small chutney grinder, I'm adding in 5 to 6 shallots, also known as small onions. I prefer to use shallots in my recipes as they are a good source of iron and folate. However, if you don't have shallots at hand, you can use 1/4 of an onion instead. 1 green chilli or as needed. A sprig of fresh curry leaves for that extra iron and folate. To make this chutney protein rich, into this I'm adding in 2 tablespoons roasted chana dal, 1 cup fresh grated coconut, half cup water, pink Himalayan salt as needed, and I'm going to blend this. The coconut chutney is nicely ground. Transfer the ground coconut chutney into a bowl. I'm adding in a couple of tablespoons of water to the chutney grinder to wash down the residue coconut chutney. Give it a good mix. And my high protein coconut chutney is ready. If you prefer, you can give a tadka to this chutney. I generally don't give tadka, and I also don't like to heat up the coconut chutney. To make the crispy dosa, I'm heating my cast iron tawa and I'm lightly greasing it with wood pressed gingerly oil, also known as sesame oil, and pour in 1 ladleful of the dosa batter and spread it out as thinly as possible into a round circle. Drizzle in 1 teaspoon wood pressed sesame oil, or you can use A2 desi ghee. Remember that healthy fats like wood pressed oils helps in better assimilation of fat soluble vitamins. So try not to skip using a good source of healthy fat. Once crispy, roll and serve. Let me just show you how crispy the dosha is. And my super crispy little millet dosha is ready to serve. So guys, do try this healthy dosha recipe and let me know how it turned out. Thank you for watching, and until next time, take care. Bye bye.